What's up, everybody? It's the Aidan Sports Show, and welcome back to another video. Today, we've got the LA Clippers versus the Chicago Bulls game reaction. Another close performance from the Chicago Bulls against a fantastic team in the LA Clippers. And once again, we fall a little bit short. That seems to be the common theme this week. Every single time we come close or we even have the lead, we end up falling just a little bit short. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on. I'm still going to try and keep this very short. I don't know if you could tell or not. I'm still not feeling the best. But we move, we push forward, and the Bulls should push forward after this game as well. Again, another solid week from the Chicago Bulls, to be honest, and it was rectified in this game as well. However, the Bulls did fall 130 to 127. We could have won this game once again, similar to all the other games. The Kings game we could have won, the Lakers game we could have won, and this game we could have won. So I cannot fault the competitive spirit of this team. I cannot fault the performances on this team. The only negative I can say about this game is, once again, the management of the game was poor towards the stretch. I mean, the 4-point play we gave away to Nicholas Batum, I think if we don't give that away, we win this game. That's truly how I feel. We gave away a very cheap 4-point play. Obviously, Zach Lavine's final shot. Look, honestly, I've talked about Zach Lavine's shot selection in nearly every one of these games this week. To be honest, I don't think he deserves that criticism today, because the guy was hot all night. And any shot that he would take at that moment, I'd back him. If someone has 45 points and he's going to take the last shot of the game, granted, Garrett Temple was open. Granted that Patrick Williams was open and other players were open. But in terms of having a hot night like this from the 3-point line as well, you'd back him to make that. But unfortunately, he airballs and we lose the game. And it's tough. Once again, another loss for the Bulls, but I can't fault the effort of this team. And just as well, when we're that short-manned, we had a lot of people that didn't play tonight. Satoransky once again didn't play. Larry Markin didn't play. Chandler Hutchins didn't play. Arcidiacono didn't play. Otto Porter didn't play. Cristiano Felicio, if you want to count him, and Makoka didn't really play. So these are just one of those instances where we are doing very, very well, but it's time to put that onto the winning record. And hopefully next week, when we have Boston next, I believe, hopefully we can turn things around there and provide decent a decent winning record to get those wins on the board. Because at the end of the day, the competition is great. The Bulls are extremely fun to watch, but we need to start getting those wins. And again, 5 margins, very, very close games. I can't fault anything. I can't fault the effort of all these players. And I'd like to see more. I would like to see more wins. But it was a tough West Coast trip. That game against the Kings now becomes one of those ones where it's just a wasted opportunity. And what was expected to happen, we lost to both Clippers teams. But again, the LA teams, again, those are the things where it's expected, but we competed so well with them. And it makes you believe that this team can do something this season, knowing that the Clippers, granted that they're struggling right now, are one of the best teams in the NBA, 3rd in the Western Conference, and we competed with them. The LA Lakers, granted, they didn't have Anthony Davis, still a phenomenal team with phenomenal talent. They had LeBron James, and we competed with them, and we came close. And obviously the Sacramento game was just close all day, and we should have won that. But again, let's move into individual performers. Obviously, we could talk about the man, Zach Lavine. 45 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. Wow, what a game from Zach Lavine. I think this is probably the best game I've seen from Zach Lavine in his entire Chicago Bulls career. Granted, it wasn't a loss. Maybe that Hornets game people will look back on. But I really thought that Zach Lavine was the man today. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to fault Zach Lavine on that last shot. I think if you're scoring the way that you're scoring, you made around 10, 11, 12 3-pointers that game. Take one more. And again, I would like to see maybe more time to get a better shot. That's the only fault I can have with Zach Lavine. He had 5 seconds or so to make a shot, and he took it very early. Again, that's a constant thing with Zach Lavine. He takes shots a little bit too early. even back when that Warriors game. He takes shots very, very early. But again, I can't fault Zach Lavine. How could I fault Zach Lavine? He nearly dropped 50 points. One of the more underrated performers tonight, Kobe White. He only had 9 points. His scoring was not there. Took a nasty fall in the game, but he had 13 assists. I think that's a career high for Kobe White, and 8 rebounds, which led the Chicago Bulls. Very, very, very solid game from Kobe White. Underrated performance by far. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with the progression that Kobe White is making, playmaking, and the point guard position. He's learning very, very quickly, and I'm very excited about that. Wendell Carter had a 12-point and 5-rebound game, and this is basically an average game right now for Wendell Carter. Anytime he gets above double digits in scoring, which I think is his biggest weakness, is his scoring, I can't complain about that, so I'm not going to complain about that. Beautiful performances off the bench from Thaddeus Young and Denzel Valentine. Obviously, Thaddeus Young, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And Denzel Valentine had 10 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Solid night for both of those. Yeah, and of course, Garrett Temple, huge game off of starting. His first game starting for the Bulls, 18 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. But the person I want to talk about tonight, and someone I want to talk about against the Lakers, Patrick Williams, the rookie. He is exciting me to the moon and back right now. Defensively, from going to LeBron James and playing well against him to the point where LeBron James vocally praised Patrick Williams, to guarding Kawhi Leonard. And yes, Kawhi Leonard had an amazing game. I think he had over 30 points. But Patrick Williams held his own. 17 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Beautiful game from Patrick Williams. I am so excited. This guy's 19 years old and he's doing things like this. I'm so proud that the Bulls went against everybody. Went against Denny, went against Obi Toppin. All these drafts, granted that they're playing well right now. A lot of the draft class this season, they're playing really well right now. But I'm so happy that we picked Patrick Williams. I'm so happy. And when the time came, we didn't know much about him, and many people were slating him. And look, all I said was give him a chance, because at the end of the day, no rookie was expected to be the best in the NBA off the get-go. So we gave him a chance, and he is showing why he was drafted at number 4. Not many people can do that to Kawhi Leonard. Not many people can do that as a rookie. So calm, so cool, so collected. Let's go into the must-improve player. Look, at the end of the day, nearly everybody had a great performance today, so I can't really sit here and complain. But I am going to target Daniel Gafford again. He needs to keep himself on the floor. He gives away so many fouls, 2 points, 1 rebound. Look, the last 2 games against the LA teams, Daniel Gafford has been very, very poor. But he's not playing enough minutes. And the reason why he's not playing enough minutes is because he fouls so often. He can't get himself in a rhythm to play the game. He had 1 good dunk today. He obviously got a rebound, but I need to see more from a backup center. He is our backup center. We have to play Thaddeus Young there. I truly think when Larry Markkinen comes back, I'm not sure if Daniel Gafford gets minutes after those 2 performances, because we like to play Larry at the 5. I don't know when the next time we're going to see Daniel Gafford perform at a good level. And he was getting minutes, but then he takes himself off the court himself. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I have to target him, because there are major things that are wrong with the way that he plays. He needs to stop conceding so many fouls. He needs to stop trying to block. Like, I understand he's a rim protector, but a lot of his fouls come from shots where it's unblockable, but he still goes for the block. You know what I mean? But again, I can't fault his energy. I can't fault his spirit. I can't fault the will to go and get a rebound, or to go and dunk the ball, or to use his athleticism. He is gifted athletically, and I want to see that taken advantage of in our next few games. If he is going to play, I really think he could do some damage against some of the other teams that we do face next week. And the player of the game, it's Zach Lavine. I mean, shout out to Kobe White, shout out to Garrett Temple, and shout out to Patrick Williams. But Zach Lavine had 45 points and he got 7 assists to go alongside of that. Zach Lavine was the man today. I wish we could have won this game for him. And many times when Zach Lavine dropping 45 and 7 with 7 rebounds as well, you're going to win that game. The Clippers are just a fantastic defensive and offensive side. Once again, the turnovers. If we limit our turnovers, my goodness, what a team we could be if we just limit those turnovers. And that's something else I wanted to bring into the fray. But again, the Bulls' record is 4-7. You could say what you want. You could say that we're still losing, so many people might want to see us win. Of course I want to see us win, but the competition that we faced and the results that come out of it, the tight games, the competition, is a very big positive. Of course, 4-7 is 4-7, but we do have teams next coming up that we can beat. I mean, I don't think Boston have Jason Tatum. That's a game we should go and compete in and hopefully win. We do have games like the Thunder coming up very soon where we should beat them. And look, we're going to get our wins, but we just have to compete every night. And the more nights that you compete, the more chance you have to win. We competed tonight. We could have won the game. We could have won all of our games this week, but we fell short. And hopefully we don't fall short in our next game, which is against the Boston Celtics, as I said before. We're going to go back home, return home, have a game against Boston. Hopefully the Bulls can pick up a huge victory there to keep that winning mentality alive and kind of not stray away from what the Bulls should be doing, and that's winning games. Competition coming close is always good, especially for a team that's not projected to do much this year like the Bulls are. But if we are going to make that playoff push, if we are going to be one of the better teams in the East, we need to go and beat some teams in the East, and we need to go and win some games. It's granted that we have lost 3 in a row now. We need to go and win one to not make that 4, not make that 5 or 6 games in a row. We must win in our next few games. But anyway, I'm ending it here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'm not sure if I'll make a Chicago Bulls weekly this week. It depends on how I feel tomorrow. But again, if you guys would like to see it, maybe I'll do one a little bit later, maybe when that Boston game happens and stuff like that. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.